All my little gamer mons. Mewtwo here with you tonight, and thoughts on something that's coming out in the not too distant future. I'll probably make sure this video gets posted sooner rather than later because I'd like to post it when it's still mostly relevant. Um, we're coming up here right now. It is middle of September, and both Sony and Microsoft are aiming to put out their new consoles soon. This makes me go, yeah, I'll explain. Whenever we were in our earlier days, and you went from Atari, ColecoVision, stuff like that, to like Nintendo and Master System, it was like, oh, mind blown. And you went to the Super Nintendo and Genesis, mind was blown again. And you went up to the next level, which was like the N64, the PS1, every add-on for the Sega Genesis, followed by the Sega Saturn. Even up to the next one, the PlayStation 2 and the Dreamcast, and it's around when the Xbox was born, the GameCube. Every time something new came out, it felt like it was a new experience, or like the world changed. All the way up through the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, and Nintendo did stuff in there, the Wii and the Wii U. They were just kind of like, at that point, Nintendo just kind of got off on its own game. They're still important, mind you. But most people I know own one of the flagships and the Nintendo console. It's like, it's the default answer. You're going to have a Nintendo whatever at the moment and at least one of the other kids. So, for the last few generations, we've been a PlayStation family. I had started with a PS2 back when I just got out of college because it was a DVD player and a video game system. We got a PS3, a slim model. It was a Blu-ray player and a video game system. And we actually really liked a lot of the games that were going to be coming out on it and the ones that came with it. After that, we got a PS4 because some sequels to those games was going to be on the PS4. Another good reason right there. And we're probably going to go down the route of the PS5 again. Because we're hoping more of some of the games we like are going to keep showing up. Hoping. I heard there's another Final Fantasy coming down the line, so anxious. Now, I'm not going to necessarily say I need to be a PlayStation fanboy or a Microsoft fanboy or whatever. I actually like the feel of a PlayStation style controller. I like it in my hand. It feels good to me. I feel like it's slightly evolved with each generation, and it has gotten a little more and more comfortable. I'm used to where the sticks are. I'm used to where the buttons are. It makes sense to me. And a lot of people feel that way about the Xbox controller. Some of this does come down to what you've been working with, what you've been happy with. And if you like that one, I'm okay with you. You're not a bad person. You just have an opinion that isn't the same exact one as mine. That's cool. A lot does come down to exclusive games. That's why we own a Nintendo console, because that's the only thing we get on there mostly is exclusive games. We're not buying it to play the next thing that's on everything. We'll get that on our mainline console. Because it'll be more powerful, better graphics, and better fun in general. And an easier to use controller for a lot of those kind of games. And they wouldn't have added stick waggle for no reason. Definitely staring you down there, Nintendo. We've had enough added in stick waggle for no reason. Don't need no more of that. So a lot of the big reasons to pick A or B in this case is which one has the exclusives you like, which one's been using the IPs that you've enjoyed. Now, there's a few, yes, on the Microsoft Xbox world that Autumn and I both would be somewhat interested. I did like some of the earlier Halos, but kind of went after a while, so that's not a big draw. And the ones that I do like, I can get on PC now anyway, so good. I'd rather play mouse and keyboard anyway. First person shooter, after all. Um, and the stuff that I like on the PlayStation, we both like on the PlayStations recently, is definitely more exclusive PlayStation, or at least better quality on the PlayStation. I think Kingdom Hearts, I don't remember if that came out on both systems or not. I think it was Sony only. Um, but they have a lot of good third person games like Infamous, the Nathan Drake, what was that? The Treasure Hunter game. Autumn loves it, so uh, I've gotten all those for him. Uncharted, that's the one. Uh, and he really loves those kinds of games. And that's, again, third person. I feel that works really good on a controller, so it could be on a PC or a system, and it's just fine. Especially since you can now do a lot of good controller work on a computer. But when it comes down to playing that kind of game, I do prefer console because it feels a little smoother and a lot less clunky with dealing with your computer being involved, as much as you can be playing with your controller on the TV. And a lot less hassle. So those are the kinds of games I'd prefer to be on a console. I'm not a sports games guy, so those are all right out. I don't care. Uh, and they come out in both systems usually anyway. So whoop de doo. Madden, whatever year it is. I like football and baseball. I've really been doing too much over the last years, so I heard football's come back. Yay. Basketball, too. Playing down in Disney World. And that's special. They get to hang out in Disney World, get all them tests and make sure they're healthy. Anyway, um, now looking at the system variants that are coming out, yeah, I'm definitely going to aim towards the disc added on PlayStation 5 because I like having physical copies. It makes me happier. Um, Granted, most of the time when you get a disc, you still get to install it, and you still have to download like a million patches and files to make it work. But at least theoretically, if there was no internet, you should be able to play the game that's on that disc. Even if they shut down their servers, you should still be able to use that disc, unless it's the Tony Hawk game that notoriously came with only the demo level on the disc, and you had to download the entirety rest of it. That was dumb. Anyway, so yes, we're going to aim towards getting the PlayStation again. And we're not pre-ordering it. We're not hunting down the ability to pre-order. We're just going to pick it up when we see one on the shelf. We don't have anything that's coming out like day one that we need to have now. We would like to get it before, say, Final Fantasy comes out, because we definitely like to get in with that. Um, we're both big Final Fantasy fans. I've had a lot of fun with 13, many of the 13. 15, I had a blast playing Drive the Car Around, boys. That was fun. So we're looking forward to that. Do I like the looks of any of the consoles? Eh, not really. PlayStation's White Wings thing, okay. Xbox's kind of tissue box model, uh, or their discless, ultra cheap, less graphics powerful than their current variant model. Eh, uh, not really caring for the looks of anything. They're just boxes at this point. So, aesthetically, eh. Um, but I'll happily have a PS5 sitting in my living room soon enough, and I'll buy whatever games come out that I actually care for. Um, we're not like deathly hurting for cash, so I know I can easily fork out the money whenever I see one and just boop and pick it up. So it will happen. I will own it. And I'll be okay with that. Um, don't know how much time I'll have to play on it because the more years go by, the less time I get to spend on consoles, and the more time I end up just doing stuff. That's what happens when you become a responsible adult, kids. Less time to have fun. But you still buy games like crazy because you think you have time. Go figure. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Are you planning to get one of the new systems when they come out? Are you thinking more Xbox, whatever they're calling this variant, or PS5? Or are you just saying, fluff all those guys, I'm just going to stick with my Nintendo Switch because Switchy, Switchy, Switchy. I still have a Switch. I love my Switch. Um, do you have options? I'd like to hear in the comments what you think. If you have an opinion on which console has been the best for you over the years, which maker has done the best that you've enjoyed them more, and which one do you feel like you want to get this generation? No shame in saying you switch teams at any point. It's not like it hurts you to go from A to B, different levels. They're mostly the same flavor, just a different controller and a few different exclusives here and there. Everybody gets to play all the games now. It's not like back in the Super Nintendo and Genesis war where there was the Genesis games and the Nintendo games. There are all the games, two little factions of the edge where these are the Sony only games, these are the Microsoft only games. Way over here are all the Nintendo only games because they're their own game. Anyway, those are my game system thoughts for the day. I hope you all enjoy my opinions. I'd love to hear yours. So for now, Mewtwo would definitely like to thank you for watching this video here and spending time with me. And hope to hear in the comments what you're thinking. And if at all possible, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell. It makes YouTube happy. And my Patreon is listed in the description below. Every little bit put towards my Patreon does help actually support the videos here, so don't feel like you're wasting it if you feel it's worth putting it in. I appreciate every penny that I get, and I will happily spend it all on making a better experience for you, my lovely viewers. So for now, thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope you all have a pretty pokerific rest of your day, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Watching you.